Hello RC friends, welcome to my channel Props and Wheels. I recently purchased this RadioMaster TX16S transmitter and my goal was to consolidate most of my planes, if not all, into one single transmitter, one single radio. You see, I have way too many transmitters, so most of my planes, they reside on either my DX6i Spectrum DSM2 transmitter. I have an older Futaba on which I have put in a Corona 2.4 gigahertz DSSS protocol module, and then I have another nice transmitter which is a Futaba T6EX, and it uses FASST fast 2.4 gigahertz system. And still yet I have many of these generic transmitters that came with the ready-to-fly packages, and if I can even just move 80% of all those into one single radio, it will save me a lot of time deciding what radios I'm taking to the field, but because I usually go with multiple airplanes, so I would like to keep everything on one single radio if possible, and that way I can also give this one to my older son so he can start putting his models on it. This has a 10 channel memory. I already filled it up, so I don't have any space left for new models. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to create a new model on the TX16S, and then bind it to this Storm RC S603 DSMX 6-channel receiver. So this same protocol will work also any DSM2 or DSMX receiver such as the Spectrum receivers. So let's get started. Let's start by turning on the transmitter. So you press and hold the power button for a couple seconds.
Welcome to OpenTX.
And it will greet you, and then go to the main screen. So far I have only one plane transferred to this, which is my Cessna 182 55-inch wingspan 5-channel airplane. And it has the same receiver as this one, Storm RC 6-channel receiver. So what you do first is create another model. So there is the scroll wheel, and you can also click it. You press and hold, and it will go to model select. So you press again once, and as you can see that there is the Cessna 182 55-inch wingspan. So that's the only model right now. So I'm going to press this button again and hold press for a couple seconds, and it will come to this little sub menu, create model. So I'm going to press this one again, and it's going to ask me, if it's a glider or airplane. I usually select airplane because you may have a motor unless you have like a limited functionality glider. So I'm going to scroll right, plane. It's going to ask multiple questions, but you don't really have to do anything at this point. You can just go back unless you want to set up the different channel names, everything. So at this point, there is the return button here. So I'm going to press return, and it will come to this. So as you see, it says model 05. So if I return again, that model is selected now. So in order to make changes on that model, there's a MDL model button. So you press that one, keep pressing, it will come to this one, this model name. So this first thing you may want to do is maybe change the name. So you press on this, it will come to the first character. You just scroll this. Maybe let's call this test very quickly. You just, every time you press, you click, it just goes to the next one. So you just keep doing this until you have everything set up like this. And then here, if you go really quickly, hold on, to the beginning, it will give you, it will give you the space. All right, I put in an extra T, that's okay. So I'm going to click return, and it will come to this. Now we are going to scroll all the way down to beyond the timers, and we are going to come to this internal RF. So internal RF means that it's going to use one of the chips with the protocols, internal protocols. It has 4 chips. It's internal multi protocols. And if external is if you, for example, install a Crossfire module here to the back. And I don't have that one. So I'm going to use the internal RF. So I'm going to press this wheel once and then scroll right. It will do the multi. So I press again, it selects and go to the next one. So here I'm going to look for DSM. I'm scroll back, DSM is here, click, and then the type of DSM. This is DSM2. 22 milliseconds is the like kind of latency, how fast it's responding. The DSM2 22 milliseconds or DSM2 11 milliseconds for faster, quick responding airplanes. You may want to select 11 milliseconds. And if you go further, it will come to the DSMX options. I'm going to select DSMX 22 milliseconds. And now it is selected. I'm just going to go down onto bind, receiver, bind. But I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to set this aside and start the process for binding it. So with these receivers, you have to plug a bind plug. It may be different configurations. For this one, it's on the bottom. So here there is a special section just for the bind plug. You plug that in. It says over here, kind of, you want to look closely. The bind is kind of sideways, and then you use that sideways one. So now it's plugged in, and I just set it up with 3 channels on this one. So one of the servers is connected to the aileron channel, the other one is to the elevator channel, and finally, of course, the throttle channel. So, and those are like the standard channel numbers, so you don't have to change anything unless you have a special receiver that has with the different channels. So I'm going to connect the battery now, and it should go to the bind mode. So as you can see, it's blinking now. And on this one, I'm just going to click, and it will say binding. Make a sound. So this is kind of blinking slower, and then it stopped blinking. So now it's bound. Let's check. Oh. So what I have to do, of course, is now unplug and then return. Now when I plug this back in, so now everything is good. But one thing I'm going to recommend is calibrating the throttle for the motor. After binding, unplug the battery, and the first thing you need to do is set the range, throttle range for the motor. And to do that, you set the throttle all the way to the highest, and then you connect the battery. You should hear 2 beeps, and then you decrease the throttle all the way down, and 3 beeps and another beep. And now it knows what is 100% throttle, what is 0% throttle. And as you can see, aileron servo is working, elevator servo is working, and I'm going to hold on to this, and throttle servo is working as well. So everything is set. Now I'm going to show you also for a Spectrum receiver, just in case you are wondering if it works the same way. Here I have a DSM2, an older DSM2 Spectrum AR6110 park fly receiver. This is a really small receiver, 6 channel, but very small, very lightweight for park flyers. Now I'm going to connect it and then come back to the video. Now the little Spectrum receiver is connected to the setup. Let's set it up. There's a different model. So again, I'm going to keep long press the power button.
Welcome to OpenTX.
So from last time, our test T model is selected. So I need to create a new one. So I'm going to long press this wheel and then model select, and then long press again, and create model. I'm going to select plane, and I'm just going to hit return because I just want to use the default settings. But if you want to make changes, you can just go into there. So now I'm going to select model 8, so it's selected. And model 08 is selected. Now I'm going to long press the MDL or model button, and it will bring me to the settings. So in order to get to that RF, you don't have to scroll all the way down as I showed last time. You can just go up or to the left with this wheel, and it will jump to the bottom of the page. Now internal RF mode is here, so I'm going to select and then turn the internal system to multi. Go to DSM and go DSM2. This is a DSM2, so I'm going to select this one. Now it is already, so I'm just coming down to bind. It may be a good idea to change the receiver number as well, so give a different ID. Since I already have 2 on the 2 models, so I'm just going to change 02. And I'm going to come and hover over bind, not start bind yet. So everything is connected. The bind plug is in the correct location. So it's fast blinking, and I'm going to click, so it should be binding. It's blinking but slower, and it turns solid. And everything seems to be good. Aileron, elevator, and throttle. Of course, don't forget to take the bind plug out. So, unplug it, take the bind plug out, and let's return to the menu, the main model screen. Let's bind again, but I'm going to do it as I mentioned. The throttle up 2 times, come down 3 times, and 1 more beep, and now it is calibrated for 100% as well as 0% throttle. So everything good. Well, this is it, folks. I hope this little tutorial was useful to you, and I'm planning to do other little tutorials, short reviews for other types of receivers. For example, I have this Futaba fast receiver on some of my planes, and I also use, as I mentioned, this 2.4 gigahertz Corona receivers. So I'll be doing some more binding for the other planes, and I will share those with you as well. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments if you have any questions, or if you have any requests, please leave them down in the comments. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.